long as my voice holds up.
As long as it holds up. All right, we're recording. Good to go.
Okay, well, I'm William, and we're calling this talk Navigating the 21st Century. And it's interesting. I read, when I was a teenager, I read 1984 and Brave New World, those two books. Is everybody familiar with them? What happened for me is they really impacted me, and the way that they impacted me is I looked around in what was happening in the 50s, and I had a sense that the Brave New World and 1984 were already with us. And over these 65 plus years that I've been around, I've been watching and looking and trying to assimilate where we're going, both as a culture and as a species and as groups. I got into psychology after being a musician for 15 years or so, and continue to look around and try to figure out what's going on. So, trying to find a beginning for talking about the 21st century took me back into the ancient times of all places, and I thought about what I'd learned about us as a species starting back in ancient India and in the Buddhist tradition. And both the Buddhists and the Indians have two terms. The Indians call it Maya, the Buddhists call it samsara. And basically it's the idea that we humans have a delusional sense of who we are. It's like a filter over our realities that gives us the inability to really see things clearly. And as we move through our lives, hopefully as we grow and mature, that clarity begins. So that was sort of where I started, and then I jumped to what's called the Enlightenment, which is back in the, 16th century. René Descartes came up with the idea, he's a philosopher, and he came up with the idea that I think, therefore I am. And for Western civilization, that became like an incredible shift in how Western civilization defined itself. Before that time, it was mainly defined in terms of the Christian tradition. And Descartes was sort of the cutoff point where materialism and scientism started, and science was a result of that idea, I think, therefore I am. Where that's gone has been real interesting, and we're the result of it. You know, it's like Western civilization has become so oriented towards thinking and rationality that we've all become kind of little rational beings, and the more spiritual aspects of ourselves that were here before they're coming up now, but for many years everything got kind of pushed down, and we've reached this point in the 21st century where there's so much stuff going on that doesn't fit that rational way of looking at things.